Happy days. It is time to get into some FACEIT leagues. Week 1 of season 7. Got some expert action for you tonight. We're kind of focusing in on expert this week, Master Division teams. Well, a lot of players are in Stockholm, and it's just kind of, opening week. I got the word that most of them were rescheduling, so we kind of focus on expert for the night. But you know what? That means we get introduced to a couple of new teams here. Spa coming in 0-0. Team I have and I've coming in 1-0. Sorry for a bit of a chop start here. I'm very sorry. Team I have a knife, as you'll probably recognize a lot of those names. Okay, and they are gonna be the ones who banned the Freya. I have them at the top of our power rankings. I don't feel like this team belongs in expert whatsoever. We'll talk about this as a little bit more as we kind of get into it. It looks like Team Have a Knife did get first ban because we did get a side swap here. I mean, I'm sorry, the Spa. The Spa got first pick and first ban, meaning they chose Nepal and they banned a Wuyong. It was a Freya ban in here from I Have a Knife.
5, 4, 3,
but
2, 1.
Seeing these players playing in expert division is quite the turn. Definitely ended up at the top of our power rankings, but the Spa, are not too far away either. They are in our top 10. Both teams are going to be rocking out with the Ramatra compositions here. Now, Spa is a team I don't know as much about. They got placed as high as they did in our power rankings, kind of based on, input from chat and, it was a little bit of hearsay that they've been doing well, that they do have some, some gamers. They got some grinders on this team. But not players that we've seen a whole lot, and not players that I'm personally super familiar with, versus the highly recognizable squad we're seeing on the other side. Of course, Frothy Philly with, OWCS experience, with the Ducks. That is better player. That is in the Flex DPS role, by the way. Kind of is rocking the streamer name, or the numbers, letters, whatever. That is better player. That is actually, I think the team's namesake is after that squad. Not Hitchro, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Zispa does get the first pick of the map here for the Spas. They start to push back in. And this sim can be just such a powerful pick. Zispa just teleports to the left-hand side. We're going to take this wide swing. And I can already tell just from that confidence. And the sixth sense to get out of Kashir's crosshairs. Oh! I was going to say, Zispa might be one to keep an eye on here from the Spa. Do love that confidence in the swing, but after that first pick, everything else coming up. I Have a Knife. They actually never lost control of this point, though they do lose dust. That's a big pick. We should get a swing right back the other direction. It's Spa's turn to go, and they've got a couple of good ults to work with, including this Kitsu. Kashir's just in way deep. What is meme deep? I think Frothy really just went to join them. All right, we flipped the map. Neptune gets a beat down for 2. It's just Neptune and Dust, I believe, who received that, Sounds romantic. Blocked by Zispa's Photon Barrier. I believe is the only reason the better player did not get that ultimate. Or did not get the Sound Barrier. So nicely played. The Kitsu and the Photon Barrier used to great effect here. And Team Spa actually managed to get some progress on the board. Doing well there in the old fight. And they still have some big ones to work with here. Most notably the Sound Barrier. Dust I recognize, I think most recently from Blast Off Buds a couple of seasons ago. Let's go pop the Nemesis one and go right to the back. Has an annihilation to work with. Hey! Sorry, that is my actual game. And that is the game for my team calling all managers. I'm in the middle of trying to cast. I just have to apologize profusely to our would-be opponents. Kitsune Rush in play there from Frothy Philly. It's going to be an annihilation. Canceled! As I Have a Knife will shut down Viola. Kashir after the soldier swap. Been enough time on the Widowmaker. Comes in for this final fight. Goobie's going to try to bring this back. That would have been one miracle. I'd have loved to have seen it. Not going to happen this time. First round, we'll go to I Have a Knife. Dude up here, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Huge. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Gojira. Appreciate the first time chat. Maybe a follow in there somewhere as well. Big fan of that band. Big fan of that band. The Spa are newer gen players, says hi. With Team I Have a Knife, all old players, with all of them having T2 to low T1 experience. This is all correct, yeah. Yeah, I barely recognize anybody from the Spa. Cord Swallow we've seen around, and Zispa I vaguely recognize.
2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Can you use your Unk knowledge to help these young bucks? Oh, Cord Swallow's in trouble. Getting chased. Neptune is on a mission. Oh my goodness, playing the off angle against Cord Swallow. We did get a rotation. Viola did drop down. We're going to teleport right to point. This is always such an interesting angle. Oh, and Kashir just took that early positioning there out of, taking stables, that coast side. Teleport. Now, swing all the way deep in the back. This is a teleporter just directly on top of your Kiriko. Juan Jacob just gets battered down by the right click. We get 10% counting on the board from I Have a Knife. Oh, I didn't get you Preds. I'm so sorry. I didn't get you Preds. AST in here says, let's go Spa. Okay. Appreciate you being here, Goat. I'll get y'all Preds from map 2. We're going high ground this time. A little boop down, but it was, for the most part, a 5-team teleport. Juan Jacob should be able to chase down the greedy Neptune. Obviously, Neptune was up on that high ground, maybe looking for a boop. It's kind of what that looked like. Trevin, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate this. It's W Neptune, speaking of. Sister's going to find the second kill in this fight. Kitsu in play. Here from I Have a Knife, and oh, what a swing. Goob was just a handful of percentage away. I mean, a handful of seconds at most to be able to answer that ult, but just not quite in time. And we got a little dance off there with Neptune and I Have a Knife. Don't. And there's our forfeit. Dust with very little health backs up with the Nemesis block and the photon barrier in time. And then look at the pressure the other direction, just the teleport. You're able to get some pressure on that backline sound barrier in from Juan Jacob. And they don't really get a whole lot of value out of it. Now we're going to get the second sound barrier counter punch out of the more veteran squad. I have enough able to run down Consolio with it. Cancel that overclock. Photon's still in play, and Viola still has an annihilation to work with. Oh, and Juan Jacob with a big pick. You found Kashir, and that's going to give the Spa like a moment to hold here. Good run down to find Dust and a good fight win out of the Spa. Oh, hey, I don't have... Did I not have outlines on earlier? Whoa. We had them. There you go. Oh, nice boop. Well played out of Juan Jacob. I gotta keep an eye on Juan Jacob here. Has had numerous final blows here in this round. That was an enormous boop to destroy the setup. Will get battered down, but did enough to where we're able to, double down. Cornsolio coming up with those 2 final blows. Alongside Zispa, they're able to get rid of the mobility, the teleporter. Kashir put a lot of damage on Viola. They were forced to work out, back up a little bit. Oh, the grenade kind of chips the wall. Not what Kashir was looking for. 62% counting on the board. Kitsu in play from Frothy Philly. Goob now 10% away. Kashir reels down, trying to run Dust off. Run Viola off. Successfully does so. Gonna have to get a touch here. One low. It's not gonna be one to do it. Nobody there for the touch. Woo, okay. Nobody left after the initial touch, should I say. Team Spa, they keep it interesting there in round 2, but at the end of the day, I have a knife. We'll take Nepal. So sorry, my intro got a bit chalked because all of my, I had all these screens prepped for y'all like I normally do, and then all of them went to our match. I appreciate everybody being here. Thank y'all so much for being here, hanging out. Let's see, we got a Runasapi pick out of the spa heading into map 2. Is Frothy playing on multiple teams? No. Nope, you're not allowed to be on multiple teams. You can only be on one FACEIT League team at a time. There's no OWCS going on. Simban here out of the spa. Immediately going to take that out of I Have an Eye for better players' pocket. Let's go look at the scoreboard from that first map. Clearly very dominant from I Have a Knife. But, you know what? Decent clapback, right? It's not like the spa were completely shunted. Everybody's got double-digit elims. Quartzolio with 8.4k damage is silver damage in the lobby. I mean, spa were absolutely hanging, y'all. We got a Zarya ban. Okay. Zarya ban out of I Have a Knife. We get ready for map 2? All right. Let's get into Runasapi. Hey, all in on TS. I respect it. I respect it. Razor, we're rooting for their previous teammate, I guess it is. I don't know. Appreciate you being here, Goat. We do have Zispa rolling in on the Echo. I've been seeing a lot more of the Echo lately. But really, I mean, the most interesting thing on the battlefield's got to be Dust and the Junker Queen. Junker Queen hasn't really been in a great spot. This feels like maybe just a hero preference. I mean, something Dust just likes to play. When I think of seeing Dust with like blast off buds, I think of a lot of Ram. But you know what? This could just be a fun thing. I'm gonna go in. Hey, opening pick. You find Viola. Viola's not able to make it back to the corner with the rest of the team. As Spa was in a difficult decision, you know, kind of ended up in a bit of a map flip there, but the bot was getting away from him. The Spa's down a map. Bullskunk, what did you do? I know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You know what? It's not my fault, all right? It's not my fault. Oh, Zispa just gets dashed through by a better player. Whoop. Hey, there's a little bit of revenge, though. All right. Dust has had enough of the JQ experiment. We're back on a wrecking ball. We're just in a bit of chaos mode. Nobody's really staged. It feels like Spa is just trying to chase down some kind of staggered, haphazardly positioned knife players at the moment. Knives seem to be just kind of limit testing. You've got, you know, they're playing off angles up front. I mean, well, you just got 4 stacked in main and the wrecking ball somewhere in the back line, causing a lot of attention. All right, there we go. There's Dust, the pile drive in, but better player goes down. Kitsu Rush now tossed in for Knife. Neptune will drop the beat. Oh, Zispa actually gets the duplicate in. I think potential for a second sound barrier, third sound barrier really into this fight is kind of funny. One Jacob had the one to answer. Oh, not enough damage from the bonus sound barrier, unfortunately, but does still provide enough healing, enough extra sustain. As I say that, one Jacob goes down. And I was about to say Spawn were able to win out that fight, but you know what? They lose a player late. I'm not even sure if that's fight now is considered one anymore. We have, you know, Viola just backing away sheepishly to regroup with the rest of the team. We'll say Goob held on to their kits there. We're going to go ahead and throw that in immediately. Viola charges forward, trying to just pummel their way into victory, using the slow to catch the retreat. Pulse Bomb thrown in as well, but just doesn't quite land. Blade out for Better Player. I hope if I go to Better Player's pop. There's the Nerf bat. Whoop, whoop. Zispa down. Thwap, 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 thwap. And a bit of a 1v2. Oh, once Jacob ends up off the side. Better Player wins the duel. That ends up being a kill on the both supports. Watch Jacob's just like, I'm resetting. I'm not suffering this. I will reset. All Dildux players are loaned to other teams until further notice. There you go. Hey, you know, I just didn't want to break with the official. I do appreciate you being here, goat. All right, what are we looking at here? Checkpoint picked up. 6 minutes to go. No ults for either side. Good kill in the neutral there out of Zispa. Fighting the head of Kashir. Nice little try shot. Good stickies. Woo! The Suzu will save Neptune from an otherwise disastrous fate. But you're going to turn on and melt through dust, and Zispa having themselves a hell of a fight here. We talked about the confidence of Zispa on Shrine. And just kind of we saw those wide swings with the Symmetra. Really good fight there. Give me the Ramatra dupe. And I talked about, you know, this tends to be Dust's favorite hero. We're going to get all kinds of annihilation going on here. Gooby goes down. Juan Jacob will not build up towards their ultimate. Neptune gets their sound barrier in play? Question mark? To be honest, I didn't see it through the annihilations. I don't know if it got canceled by the kill. I don't think it did. Just judging by the percentage. Either way, Knife win the fight. Double dash, stick. Nice Suzu out of Philly. Able to bail Kashir out. Kitsu in play, though, from Goob. And so, you know, you get important cooldowns out. You're going to win the cooldown trade here. This is able to chase down I Have a Knife. 5 seconds a quarter. Oh, how does Dust get out of that? Like under the cover of the disruptor shot. I swear the disruptor was a smoke screen. And Dust is able to run to safety. That's unreal. What an enormous pick that would have been as well. I mean, the Ramachi just was so much sustain anyway, but I thought they were just dead to rights, you know? Now Kitsu comes in, and Frothy Villain's going to escort this team forward. Viola's looking way out in the middle of the open. Does have an annihilation to work with. Blade in. Better players into the sky with the bonk and bats. Zispa's got a focusing beam. Will melt you down. Great barrier out of one as well. But that is two big important ultimates invested from I Have a Knife. Excuse me, from Spa. Kashir trying to clap back with this OC. Viola low. Sub 100 health. Ducks in around the corner. Is able to get the shield up. Zispa with the duplicate onto the Lucio once again. Will get this beat in. We're going to charge around the corner on the back of that. Nemesis out. All focus seems to be on the Dust. There's the stickies. The block fading. And Dust is eventually melted down. This cart's starting to make its way towards this checkpoint. While Viola and the rest of Spa are getting some good progress here with just under 3 minutes remaining. And that's also your butt scratch moment on the board. Consuelo 12-1 here as this comes up with 2 late picks on the both supports. And the lead is within Spa's grasp after 2 back-to-back spectacular fights, and then those late picks. They're out of Zispa. Prove enormous. A little rope-a-dope. They're out of Dust and Company. They come in and stop the cart with a flip of the map, avoiding the Kitsune rush and stealing the bot in the process. Smart heads-up play, knowing the Kitsune was going to go down Main Street. They weren't even thinking about fighting that direction. Bot's going to get away in a smart move out of I Have a Knife to protect the lead and steal control. Sound barrier available for Neptune. Whoop. Looking like a bit of trouble. Did not try to pull the trigger on that ultimate. Consorlio, as I said, that was about to be an Ajax if they thought they had gotten into cover out of the focusing beam. Not realizing Consorlio was there behind them. Really good calls. Really good calls to focus down Neptune in that fight. Oh, what a shot out of Goob! Goob's got hands, yo! Spectacular shot to find an all-important kill on a Frothy Philly. Neptune still just returning to the fight, and we're going to get a focusing beam kill to finish off better player. So a solid fight win, damn near flawless fight win. Right, Group's still making their way back, but they should be able to swift step to somebody and regroup with the rest of the team here. There it is, Consolio backing up to get the teleport. Oh no! Come on, Jacob, going down. That's not what you wanted. Neptune now going to drop the beat with impunity. And we should just get a massive advantage here. Zispa's duplicate is just a touch late to try to swing this, I think. And with 12 seconds to go, an aggressive play to hunt down the Lucio pays dividends here for Knife. The Blade seeming icing on the cake. They just have to leave the bot. And that is the map. Spa fight back brilliantly and come close, but no cigar. It's a 2-0 lead here for Knife. Okay, sorry, I'm confirming our reschedule so that it looks like we can't actually avoid the forfeit. All right, we got a new Junk City pick, Maga and Venture Band. Let's see. Apparently I made the decision on the Vendetta. We're making the decision. No Vendetta. No Vendetta. I think we're gonna get enough Vendetta when the time comes. To be perfectly honest, I owe y'all bands. It's a Venture Band here out of Knife, and a Maga band out of the Spa. I also owe you Pretz. Boom. Boom. There we go. There we go. Look at it. Look at it. Let me go. I'm rescheduling matches. I'm giving you Preds. I'm producing. I'm observing them. Is there anything I can't do? All right. Pay attention to the game, apparently. Dust playing his like fourth hero in 2 maps. He comes out on a Reinhardt. We do have a Jay Silly in play. I know. Hi, Bodhi. Hi, Bodhi. Let's see. I do have y'all in game, right? Oh shit. We do have y'all. Yes, we do have y'all in game. All that bragging, and I was like, yeah, I probably just accidentally fat fingered, and you're just watching my face right now. There you go. All right. We're 2 to 6 in deaths so far after the first fight. Okay. Okay. Try to lock it. This has been a chaotic series, right? It's been a little fun. We're walking a bit of a Lucio Bap here, which is not something I expected to see. But hey, Zisman and Juan Jacob move in and just assassinate Kashir. Goob does get taken down after dropping their Ant Matrix, but Dust is low and they're trying to back up into the corner. Well, Corn Swolio's thrown down the artillery striker, at least able to take care of the Tiger. Funny enough. Oh, and then better player just walks into the sights of Corn Swolio. Shatter out of Dust. Nope, got dodged. Good heads up. Viola just like sidestepped that thing. That was awesome. Juan Jacob and Viola chased down a kill and a Frothy, and the OWCS player is out of this fight. Dust is now pummeled down as Viola just goes into Mike Tyson's mode. Just haymaker after haymaker here from Viola. And it's a sweet, sad song played for I Have a Knife on this first point as the Spa will grab our opening flashpoint. And the 1-0 lead of the map. You get it? Because violas are used to play sad songs? You know? Huh? All right. Where are you headed? Ducks? Refinery. Oh, refinery. Oh, love the teleport across. Once again, finding the ranged DPS. It seems to be the first target every time. They find the hit scan, put the teleporter down, you go wheels down from Corn Swolio, and then just teleport in and mow through the hit scan. It's been the play every single time. Neptune sound barrier fading, with getting no value, minimal value. Annihilation in play from Viola to run it down. Viola's gonna find a couple exit picks here, and so far so good. Spawn New Junk City. Also, shout out the Bumblebee skin. One of my favorite skins in the game. All right. This is a bit of an overextension. Oh, Goob! Oh, the aggressive play from Goob! Oh, I respect it. I respect it. Uh-oh, but you gave up a cheeky flip underneath. What happened? Yeah, Kashir goes to the far and is able to find the flip. All right, crazy looking tire, speeding across, over to the point, back around, but Viola's got you locked in. Artillery strike just thrown right at the choke here. All right, Kashir on the swing. Watch for the timing on this. All right, the push in. Dust just moments from the annihilation. Drops the Nemesis form. There's the Ant Matrix to back him up. Kashir playing off the flank while all this is going on. Able to move in and find that kill onto Viola. It is traded, but I think that flank might have just been enough. This Dust's annihilation will just leech the health pool from the entirety of the spa. And that mushroom is withered. Quarterboard says reverse sweep, reverse sweep. DPS, DSP fired. Let's go Spa. You can do it. If you can't do it, no one will. Love to see the support. Love to see the support. Appreciate y'all being here. Photon barrier in play here from the Spas. They look to take their second flashpoint. This fight would do it. Trying to focus down Dust this time as opposed to going for Kashir, who has moved into a Freya, by the way. Neptune close to the sound barrier. This could be a difference maker. The first one didn't get a whole lot of value, but look how aggressive they're poised. Neptune with 50 health drops the bait. Turns the corner with Corn Swolio, who has the Gatling gun pointed at this entire team. Never mind Gatling gun. Those are mortar shells flying your direction, but it's the Junkrat who comes up with the goods. The explosive expert in the fancy skin unleashes a tire. Mostly shrugged off by the sound bear. 99-99 fight. Bullet shot lands, finds two! Oh, what a play. Big assist from Neptune, and it's a 100-0 swing for Knife here on Refiner. We're headed to the other side of the map. Let's go. Not many boppers would go for this play, but Goop would. Artillery strike onto the Doom Fist. Oh, I love it. What a play out of Cortzolio to hit the newly swapped Dust, who's got into yet another hero. Just refuses to stay on the Ramasha for too long, I suppose. All right, let's check in on the J-Cilia BP here. We see DSP Fire in chat saying, get BP off the rat. Zispa, happy to oblige. Photon Barrier ready to go. Oh, but Kashir's right in your face. Big right hook from Dust and a little jab from Kashir, and it's all you wrote. Neptune! Neptune! Wait a minute. Was that a reset that you just leached? What was that? What was that? All right. Photon Barrier is still available here for Zispa. They've been spectacular here for this match so far. This one well placed. No real target in this. You can do kind of bait Neptune in. Oh my goodness, Neptune. That's the second low health beat. But that one was, I mean, 1 bar, 10 health at most on that beat drop. Unreal sound barrier. He can't keep getting away with it, chat. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh, no. Oh, no. That was gross. Ajax. Wait, he didn't Ajax. I know, right, Juice? Right? Juan Jacob has never Ajaxed in his life. Boom and Doom. What a combo. I don't know that I've ever even heard it called the Boom and Doom. That's great. That one felt easy. That one felt easy. Just some good early picks. Cortzolio delivers. Man, we're looking really even here, aren't we? Looking really even. Dust at 8,200. Oh, I hear a tire. I don't feel like that tire is going to get anything. Oh, around the backside. Oh, no. Zispa gets caught off guard. Never saw it coming. Zispa blown to smithereens. Cortzolio dropping the Chili Strike into the fight. Here comes Neptune in on I mean, just a vicious run. And Matrix has been positioned from up top from Goob to try to hold this spot. And Dust takes a lot of damage with Controller and Wheels form. Yeah, there's no way you survive that. Viola going to clean off the flank. The frothy Philly flank. Oh, you're actually going to catch Neptune in the Vortex as well. Nice finish there for the Spa. They look to force the 5th and final flashpoint here in map 3. Little teleport across and see if Zispa tries to answer. It's going to be Neptune with yet another aggressive sound barrier. And here comes the team and just punch it away. Well, the sound barrier got him to the choke. I mean, okay, you do get Cortzolio with it. Viola down. That's going to be the flip. And as we've seen all too many times here on New Junk City, Knife get control in a 0 to 99 situation. Oh, the Dust with the absolute control. Just leaving him at 1. Leaving him at 1. That's just mean. Oh. Dude, Zispa just got snapped out of existence. What the hell was that? At the very least, they did get, they did get BP off of the Junkrat. Zispa goes down early. Massive punch into the meteor strike right on top of Cornswallow. And the sandwich squeezes in for the final fight of the series. Beautifully played. They're out of knife as they show why we have them ranked at number 1. They will win this one out 3-0. GG's.
Play of the game.
Meteor strike.
Short and sweet. Shout out to Sanemi and the Skippas and their Captain Pablo for rescheduling and like working with me like while I'm trying to cast and stream, and I'm doing this reschedule so that our team doesn't eat 2 forfeits at the beginning of the season. Oh, it did, like all of this got flipped. So I'm sorry, that's why this all happened. So that because of that, I'm actually competing this season. Like it's affecting our screens. So all of our screens just got flipped over. So anyway. Back to the task at hand. I'm so sorry for the interruption. Back to the task at hand. Let's go check out some stats there for map 3. Let's say Cornswallow walks away at 20-8. Viola at 21-8. Your leaders there for the spa. You had Dust leading the server. And Elam's going to come out away at 29-9 with gold damage. No, Viola actually has gold damage. Viola has gold damage by almost exactly 200 points. By 198. Viola took gold damage. So, I mean, genuinely, look how even that felt, though. You're looking at, 4 to 9 deaths versus 8 to 10 deaths, right? The Spall really playing coordinated, really playing as a unit. But as far as average team fight wins, this feels very even, right? 18, I mean, again, super even in as far as these are a lot closer from the Spa. You're looking at a lot more just individual, like kind of running off and doing their own thing. But even still, 20 to 29 versus 16 to 21, right? So it's, in deaths, once again, 8 to 10 versus 4 to 9. So, but with, 3 players in the 8 and 9. And then your backline a bit of an outlier there. So I would even say that is a lot closer than that sounds. It's just Neptune and Frothy were able to survive a little bit more than, otherwise they might without their experience, without their extensive experience. All in all, though, really good showing from the Spa. It's our first time seeing this team. This is a brand new team, right? Both of these teams are brand new, obvious. I think more obvious for the Knife. If you're keeping up with things, you realize that those players were not in FACEIT League last season, particularly, Frothy Philly was in OWCS. I guess Kashir played for EDM? I don't think Kashir played for EDM since, like, Season 4. Anyway, but both of these teams, it was their first season in the league. So the Spa will come away 0-1. They have 5 shooters who was previously Extinction Jurassic from last season. Then they'll have Video Game University, followed by Iliad Athena. So, I mean, a fairly tough schedule ahead of them, honestly. Let me get you a player of the match. Player of the match here tonight. I'm inclined to say BP. Honestly, that was my first instinct is BP. Just from playing fun stuff. It felt like I was calling their name out a lot, right? They're the namesake. We'll give it to BP. You played J Silly. You played J Silly this level. I'm going to have to give it to BP. There you go. So, better player / I have a knife. What is your player of the match here for tonight? By underwhelming majority.